Boko Haram will soon recruit from Nigeria's 14 million out-of-school children. Obasanjo, welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. Obasanjo, who lamented the increase in number of children out of school in Nigeria, described them as potential Boko Haram terrorists. Now the news in detail. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has said that the about 14 million out-of-school children in Nigeria could turn to Boko Haram recruits in the next 10 years. Obasanjo, who lamented the increase in the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria, describes them as potential Boko Haram terrorists. This was contained in a statement while addressing participants at the Presidential Youth Mentorship Retreat held at Youth Development Center, Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Abeokuta, Ogun State. Obasanjo explained that with about 14 million out-of-school children roaming Nigerian streets, no one needed an oracle to know the children would turn to criminals and terrorists in the coming years. The former president said the situation today where we have 14 million children that should be in school and that are not in school, does anybody need an oracle to tell that in 10 years or 15 years from now, those will be where you will recruit pure Boko Haram? So if you deal with Boko Haram by stick today, in few years' time, the situation will be worse because we are talking about security. It will be worse. Where should we begin? If we talk about insecurity. If we are talking of poverty, where should we begin? It is education. Somebody said if everybody is educated, who will be a servant? And I said if everybody is educated, then we'll get a better servant than you should have got from those that are not educated. If I was a Yoruba leader, I would not have succeeded as I succeeded for Nigeria. I must have succeeded for the Yoruba. Your brother from Southeast is right. I believe that every Nigerian is more respected in the Committee of Nations if Nigeria remains. Do not let us deceive ourselves. Will people still respect us because of our population, 200 million people? You cannot just waste them. Even when I go out, people will say, you Nigerians are not at the table. That is true. We are not at the table when we should be at the table. I have no regret for fighting for the unity of Nigeria, and if it comes tomorrow that it should be done, and I have the ability to do it, I will do what I have to do. I believe that the last thing is not in our fighting for the unity of this country, it is in subsequent leadership that we have. It is alarming. Everybody is coming out to say things now that when things have almost gone sour. People come out and say, oh, so you can say these things, and maybe when you were in government, you did not say them, you kept quiet, and it got deteriorated to this extent. That is what people will say. Sincerely. But what he's saying initially about the children who are out of school, who are going to turn to Boko Haram recruits, it is the truth and nothing but the truth. Sincerely. If you keep giving birth to children, you do not have any backup plan for them, nothing. You are with the ideology that, oh, it is God that gives children, and so it is also God that will take care of them. Then you have gotten it all wrong. You have gotten it all wrong. It is too late to cry when the head is off. Why can't you start this in your own time? Okay. Like I said, people will start complaining. When you were there, what did you do? Killing and bribery was the order of the day. Or are we to talk over third-term agenda? North is our problem. All upon the money they have, North is in line with Afghanistan. Sometimes people make comments without reasoning. Was the number out of school children much during Obasanjo's time? This government has fasted increased with a number with its bad economic policies that have generally affected education and families. Constant strikes by lecturers, teachers, and so on. Out of that number, how many are their children? None. Even if Boko Haram succeeded in recruiting their children, are not among. not to definitely be their target base. Sincerely, but the thing remains the fact that education will do a lot. There are people that once you shine the light of education to them, what am I saying? Once people receive education, it's like a light. You become more aware of things. You see things from a very, very different perspective. You have more refined opinion about how things should be done. He knows everything about them, but he and Jerry were the manufacturers of that deadly group. Okay. Do not also forget that you are one of those that brought this time upon Nigerians. One question of how those children are asked of how they got out of school, your name will surely pop up. Your philosophy of one Nigeria is still questionable, as we still do not have a country on ground. Okay. Buhari is not fighting for the unity of a country, but for the Islamization and the Fulanization of a country. We are more divided now than when he came. Buhari is not a national leader. Do not be deceived. For those of you that are opening your mouths against Obasanjo, the man has tried and did his best during his unprepared presidential ambition. Moreover, government work is a continuity assignment. It was the same Northerners in his cabinet jeopardized his efforts, and we are still enemies of the progress in Nigeria. May God continue to bless and give OBJ long life and prosperity to serve us better. So the thing is, education is like a light, and if it is given to these Northerners, a lot of things will change. If it is valued, not just given to them, a lot will change. A lot, sincerely. A lot will change indeed. That is just the truth. That is the truth. Education is indeed the key. And of course, like I said earlier, it is totally correct to say that if nothing is done to the 14 million children who are out of school, they would soon be turned not just Boko Haram, bandits, recruits, they are going to be ISWAP recruits and a whole lot of other things if the federal government do not act, and we do not act fast. To be sincere, if we do not act fast, it should be a thing of, I wish this particular administration would listen to this advice and consider. And I tell you, if they do consider, a lot of things will go back to being normal. A lot of rights will be wrongs. On this note, a lot of wrongs will be right.